Thank you so much for first and foremost inviting me. I'm not going to be talking about the Indian economy, so let's not have glum faces here. But nevertheless, as soon as I entered here, I saw a few people who were kind of matching my costume. Then I realized they were the servers of Clarion. So, but that doesn't matter. But even if I would have been present here as a server, it's still a privilege, sir. So that's how beautiful the occasion is. To just now, a wonderful dance performance by the hero and heroine just got over. So I thought, let me take 5 minutes, and let's see what has happened in 40 years. I mean, 40 years is the Ruby celebration that we're talking about is quite a long time. And 40 years, what all has happened? I mean, we've seen in 40 years, someone was an actress, became a chief minister, and today is imprisoned. So that's 40 years. So there's a good applause. Looks like someone from the opposition party is here. But so 40 years, we've seen from India performing nuclear tests. Today, we've set foot on the Mars as well. So it's a good period that we're talking about. But I thought in this 5 minutes, let me do a quick SWOT analysis. Because me from the management, I thought let me look at the strengths and weaknesses that this couple has had, because of which, why it's such a wonderful journey. So let me look at the strength. And I need participation here. And good that he's already stood up to remove his blazer. Because the first strength that I saw in Mr. Stephen Pragasam, number one, is his good looks. And I want you to clap if that is true. Is he good looking or not? Now, some say that he looks like Shivaji Ganeshan, but to me, sorry, pardon me for being this generation, I look at him as the Al Pacino of Chennai. I'll tell you why. Because ever since I've walked into his office, I just see maybe Don Corleone himself sitting there and bossing over everybody. Because and someone was saying, Abid, have you been the boxing bag? Trust me, we've been. And that is why I think we made him a better boxer. So he needs more such punching bags where he can train. So to me, he is the Al Pacino, no doubt. So that's his first strength. So let me look at the strength on the other side. Let me look at the gorgeous lady who's sitting here. What are her strengths? Let me look at the first strength that she has. He's got good looks, but she's got great looks. Isn't that true? I need applause here. Hasn't she got great looks here? So which means what you're seeing here, the secret of success is the strengths and weaknesses have to complement each other. And that is what's taught in management, and that's applicable in real life as well. So that's one strength and weakness that we've matched. Let me look at number two. Generally, when I see Mr. Prakasam, what I also observe is that he is wonderfully dressed. His dressing sense is immaculate. Is his dressing sense immaculate? Ladies and gentlemen, how is he dressed today? Woo! So he is awesome. And when I look at the lady who's sitting again, she is dressed to kill. Isn't that true? And I need more participation. Isn't she the best dressed lady in this hall? If that's true, I need a big round of applause. Woo! Okay, I immediately see someone sitting right next to her who's dressed even better. So that now I know where it's come from. So we have looks, we have dress, and we have everything going. But on the serious side, if I look at the most important strength that he's had, because of why he's had this growth, hard work, sincerity, and discipline, which most of our generation doesn't have, and he has also rightly pointed that out. So hard work, sincerity, and discipline is basically what has got him here. And that is something, a quality that all of us can learn. And that is why he has made it so far, and that is why where he is today. And when I look at, immediately I'm going to come to one weakness. I mean, pardon me for saying this, but I have to point out that weakness as well. And I'm going to point that out to everybody, in front of everybody. And we all know this weakness, and that is his temper. So everybody in some way or the other would have been on the receiving end as far as his temper is concerned. But how is that weakness gets covered? It's because of the wonderful strength that Madam has, which is patience. So at the end of it, if you see, whatever weakness that someone has, it is overcome by the strength of the partner. So that is how they complement each other. So before I leave, I'd like to say one thing, that at the end of the day, when strengths and weaknesses gets complemented the way that they have, so Mr. Stephen Pragasam and Mrs. Pramila Vasanthi Stephen are basically the recipe to a successful marriage. Thank you so much.
That was great, Karthik, and I heard that you are recently married too. So that's Mr. Jaykumar Daniel. Can I have Mr. Jaykumar Daniel here, please? Vanga, please. He is a very, very jovial and a very happy person. Always smiling and எப்ப பாரு ஜோக் அடிச்சுட்டு பாரு. அப்ப எப்படி அங்கிள் கோச் பாரு, இவருக்கெல்லாம் கோச்சுக்க மாட்டாரு நினைக்கிறேன். And he is Vasanthi auntie's first cousin. என்னவாடா பேசுங்க, மைக்க கொடுத்துட்டானா உங்க ராஜ்யம் தான்.
My dear friends, I'm very, very happy to be part of this gathering, function, and fun. Because I always love fun. That's how I am very, very friendly with Shantha and Stephen. We have already heard about their wedding, no? Kadal Kavidai, and then Gandharva Kalyanam, and all that. I have been watching them since I was born much earlier to them, no? When they were just 16 years old, we used to visit their house in Coimbatore. They were just doing 12th standard or 11th standard or something. They used to meet each other every day in the classroom because they both were classmates. But weekends come, they didn't have a chance to meet because they kept it very secret. It was, Kadal Kavidai. It all starts slowly like this. It is going to be secret and then it will be made public and it will be celebrated in a very big way like this. It has gone on very well. On Saturday, Sundays, that's when I used to go there with my parents for holidays, once in a way and all that. Suddenly we'll hear the scooter. To own a scooter in 1966 was a very big thing. It was like owning a Mercedes-Benz or Skoda or something like that. And I'll hear a scooter start. It was a Lambretta which our dear friend Stephen Pragasam owned. And then suddenly from the hall, there'll be one soul running to the balcony. I got scared first time, so I ran behind her. I thought somebody has fallen down or something. Nothing. The scooter, the culprit who started the scooter comes out slowly to give his view to this person in the balcony. That's all. They were talking only with eyes. I didn't understand that. So second time this happened on Sunday morning also, I thought for a little while whether I should go or not because I knew something is happening between them. But still I wanted to go and see what's happening. Then there was some signals and things like that. And poor Rosie Chitti, she is my mother's younger sister. Even she did not know about this, but I found out. Because hers also was a Kadal Kavidai, Gandharva Kalyanam. She got married after finding her own partner, Herbert Chitapa, and things like that. She could not find. So I kept quiet, and then the next visit when I came, she was talking to my mother. They both are friends, even though my mother and she are about 8 years younger. They used to confide with each other. Then I heard it. They used to talk in Burmese those days, we can't understand. But I did understand a few words and things like that. Then I knew that she knew about her daughter's love affair. That is how it started. See, people who start so early, they don't wait for so many years. They waited for 8 years. That's great. And then they also waited for the parents, okay. So, poor Chitti and my mother, they had to visit Stephen's parents and also I think Louis is the brother of Stephen's. Yeah, because Louis was one of the elder persons who was a decision-making person like Stephen is doing for the entire family of ours now. So they had gone there. My mother had talked to Stephen's parents and Louis about her good nature and things like that. She's a very good girl and religious girl, and she's God-fearing and obedient to parents and all that sort of thing. They really fell for it, even though they are from a different stream of Christianity. We both are from different stream of Christianity. They fell for it, and then they okayed. And you must see the happiness in my mother's face that day. That was the greatest thing my mother cherished. The first marriage that she went, brokered, and then For 40 years, they've been happy. Mind you, before 40 years, another 8 years, they were patiently waiting. And she, you know about Shantha's credentials. She did her MSc in Home Science and also passed her bank examination. She prematurely retired from Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank to be a housemaker. That was a success for the children to have come up like that. You saw both Melanie and Johnny, how well they have been brought up. So she just threw that officer's job there and took up this job. I wish you all, this Gandharva Kalyanam goes on. Now it is not, the wedding 40 years is over. Now you don't call them as wedding couple at all. I wish you to be a very, very happy grandparental years for years to come, and also great-grandparental years. I'm sure you will be getting it because your first granddaughter is a girl. So we wish you all the best. Shantha, goodbye, and Stephen.
Very nice. Thank you so much. So nice to see you. ஒரே பயங்கரமா ட்ரூத் ஸ்டோரிலாம் வெளில வருது. தெரியாதவங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரி தெரியாதவங்களுக்கு நிறைய பேர் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம். And then now we are going to have okay, dance முடிஞ்சிருது. கொஞ்சம் எப்படி பாப்பீங்க next speaker யாருன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Now we are going to have this is going to be Shalini Ponnaiya. Am I right? She is sister of Mrs. Vasanthi Stephen. Mrs. Shalini. இவங்க தான் அந்த ஹெல்ப் பண்ண ஆளு. நம்ம வந்து இந்த மாதிரிலாம் இந்த இதெல்லாம் கொடுக்காம கேட்டானா இவங்கெல்லாம் நம்ம லவ்வுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணிருக்க ஆளுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். என்ன பொட்ட மட்டும் she has come from Australia. She will tell us more secrets, more important things in their love story, I think, and make it as interesting as possible. கொஞ்சம் gossip இருந்தா நல்லா தான் இருக்குல்ல actually இல்ல. Okay, thank you so much. அதெல்லாம் பண்ண மாட்டேன்றாங்க. ஏதாவது இப்படி ரெண்டு அவுத்து விடுங்க, நாங்க கேட்டுக்கிறோம். Thanks a lot, thanks a lot, thanks a lot. Give a big round of applause. She has also come down from Australia all the way.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, today we are celebrating two special occasions. The 40th Ruby wedding anniversary of my sister Vasanthi and Stephen, who has been like a brother to me for all these years, and also for their granddaughter Uttara's first Holy Communion. Vasanthi and Stephen have known each other for over 50 years and married for 40 of those years. Oh, what's laughing? That's not a joke. Over the years, their love and respect for each other has grown through different phases of their married life. They are a close-knit family with son John, wife, daughter, to my family, always supporting and advising us. Like famous couples Romeo and Juliet, Shah Jahan and Mumtaz, they complement each other, and Shantha and Stephen will always be remembered for their great love and devotion to each other. On behalf of all present, we wish you a blessed anniversary with our prayers for many, many happy and healthy years ahead. Time to celebrate the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. Now on to the granddaughter Uttara, who celebrates her Holy Communion today. John and Preetika, I don't know where they are. Congratulations on bringing up such a delightful girl who has brought great pleasure to all of us. Uttara is a bubbly, vibrant and graceful young lady who has many talents. She can sing, she can dance, as you can all see, play table tennis, other sports, you name it, and Uttara will be interested. And she's also a lively chatterbox. Her sister, Sanvi, adores her Uttaka, and her great-grandmother always says she's a very caring girl with a great sense of humor. But beware, she is not afraid to speak her mind. She has the gentleness of her dad, the elegance of her mom, the dynamic features of her grandparents, and the performing arts of her great-grandmother. All in all, she's an amazing girl who we all love. She's a devout Catholic and has the true loving spirit of a Christian. When she grows up, I'm sure she will be a superstar in whatever career she chooses. Uttara, may you follow your dreams and always believe in yourself. Keep your eyes on the stars and hope in the heart, and leave the rest up to God. Thank you. Sorry, no secrets.
Shalini aunty ko hi solidunga ellarum. She's come all the way from Australia. Shalini aunty, can you come over here, aunty, please? And okay, now you would have also been a witness to their love story and all that. Lambretta scooter, adala you would have been a witness. ஏதாவது ஒன்னே ஒன்று அவுத்து விடுங்களேன். பாவம் பாருங்க, அவர் வெயிட் பண்ணிருக்க ப்ளூ கலர் ஷர்ட் போட்டுருக்காரு பாருங்க. அவர் ஆல்ரெடி சிரிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டார். ஹி திங்ஸ் ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்டோரி வரப்போகுது, நம்ம ஜாலியா என்ஜாய் பண்ணலான்னு. See, he's already ready.
Even those days, they were very careful, they were very good at hiding and missing people.
அதுவே ஒரு gossip மாதிரி இருக்கே.
I could never find them, yeah.
Why? You could never catch. One instance where you caught them and you were diplomatic. சரி வேண்டாம், நம்ம மாட்டின்ட்டா நான் கூட நம்ம
I'll think about it and tell you.
யோசிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. But this, not allowing somebody to catch you itself is a talent. So அதுக்கு அங்கிளுக்கு ஒரு we have two more speakers and we have Mr. Muralidhar Rao. He is the younger of the very well-known international table tennis coaches called Rao brothers. They coached his daughter, then still continue to do so for the granddaughter Uttara. So ரொம்ப வருஷமா ஸ்டீஃபன் அங்கிள் தெரிஞ்சவர். Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. And I think it's one of the most pleasant afternoons that Mr. Stephen and Mrs. Stephen presented to all of us. And my association with this family, it's about 25 years. I think it's Silver Jubilee. And way back in 89, Mrs. Vasanthi Stephen brought Melanie and John as table tennis trainees to YMIA. Yeah, I mean, there is so much that I remember in this 25 years that I have had great interactions with Mrs. Stephen and Mrs. Stephen. Somebody asked Mr. Stephen, what is the great quality that you liked in Vasanthi in one-liner, and he said, it's the patience. Yes, I had been a witness to that because Mrs. Vasanthi Stephen had actually handed over Stephen to table tennis way back in 80. She came 89 and 90, somewhere around that. When I was asking her, you must take active part in promoting table tennis, she said, no, my husband will come and do it. And that's when he came to table tennis in 1990, and afterwards, I think, almost 10 years, Vasanthi had to patiently wait late in the evening still, where, I had great opportunity to have interactions with a most intellectual person, that is Stephen Prakasam. And during those 10 years of our interactions, the passing references to the Lambretta, and the song he sang, Nallavan Kettavan. I don't know whether he's Kettavan or not. He's such a great personality. We used to have great arguments in the evenings while we were discussing about table tennis promotion of the game. That's when I used to tell him, your kind of intellect is what our table tennis game needs, but you're a dangerous man to do business with, because he was such, intelligent, and, his business acumen I could see when he was talking. And he was also, he used to see a great talent in us, which he used to, he was fighting practically with us to bring out the best in us. I mean, I'm sure when Rajeshwari said so much, even we were interacting with Rajeshwari and his office people. So he was such a dynamic person. He used to see the potential in everybody around him. And then relentlessly he used to work on how to get the best out of them. That's what Mr. Stephen is. And for the game of table tennis, he had contributed so much nobody knows. Only I know, because it was I who made him do all that in that 10 years, saying that people like you are needed for my game. And he did it with heart and soul. That's when Vasanthi had to patiently wait, and those fruitful evenings. We bought our first house and we came up in table tennis. He has a way of, like, he may even drive somebody crazy, but he will bring the best out of it. That's how the best coach, the coaching talents in me and my brother Srinivas Rao was brought out by this gentleman. I used to hate him. We shared a love-hate relationship, so to say. I used to fight with him practically every evening. And then next day morning, we hugged one another and then actively planned what should be done the next for the next event or whatever it is. He's been the secretary of Table Tennis Players Parents Association. And in fact, we miss you, sir, for the last 1.5 decade. He had to go away for his business commitments and then, grandchildren, children's commitments. And yes, I mean, we really cherished your friendship for the last 25 years. We wish you all the success. I mean, me and my family, my brother, join in my wishes to your family. And Melanie, yeah, let me make one passing observation. See, as a father, he had taught her what is the hard work. I said Lambretta. He used to tell me how, when I was telling about the hard work that we were doing and we were worried, so to say, we are doing so much hard work. He said, it will not go waste. I used to go in my Lambretta in the beginning of our first years of his marriage, like how I used to go around for my business. And he used to tell me how, when he went to Germany, to save money, he used to travel in the train, sleep over in the nights in the train, and then come back and go for his studies. So such was his hard work, and he has passed it on to Melanie and Johnny, and more so Melanie, I would say. She was never rated to be a very talented or whatever it is. But in the third year of her juniors, she beat everybody in the state and finished 5th in the state, and she got sports quota seat in MIT because of that. And that she was a symbol of hard work and perseverance. When nobody expected anything from her, and she believed in herself, of course, she believed in us also, because of, again, it's Mr. Stephen Prakasham's this thing. So this is how Mr. Stephen Prakasham, not only he has been a hard worker, he has made everybody work hard. He has made everybody, his wish was that the people around him should be happy and they should come forward in their life, and which he shared with every one of us. Thank you, sir. You gave me an opportunity to remember all those things. We wish you all many more happy returns of the day. And then, yeah, you should see your grandchildren, and then you should be dancing. I would want to watch it.
To make a small may have Mrs. Shantha Verma. She is Attai to Pritika. Thank you, Auntie. Please come. Prema Madhyanma or kutti step poda solala. She has a wish.
After everyone eats and enjoys, then I want Prem sir to do a dance for us.
Prem sir is definitely doing. That is why most important adnalda ipa avara spare panirko. That's why I have spared you now, Prem. Okay, and he's a brilliant upcoming artist. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. This is for my little granddaughter Uttara. My darling little Utukuti, I always call you like that. On this special day, you are accepted by our Lord into His holy church for the second time. First through your baptism, now through the first Holy Communion, and soon would be your confirmation. My special wishes and blessings would always be with you forever. Undoubtedly sure that you would do always successfully in whatever you do, that is your education, sports, future career, and anything you touch, all the various other interesting activities, you will shine. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph would always be next to you and lead you, bless you, and put you in the right path. With lots of love, your Amachi. Dearest Stephen and Vasanti, you have completed your 40 years of successful wedded life from the age of 24. Am I right? Together with love, care, peace, joy, success, prayerful, contented, cheerful, etc., etc., with your dear and near ones who respect, adore, and admire you both, which would continue through the years ahead. The two of you, rubies, studded in a platter of platinum, adorned around with carats and carats of precious diamonds, John and Melanie, the corals, Preetika and Victor, the emeralds, Uttara and Sanvi, and the sapphire, Jadaira and Ethan. and apart from them, knit around with all of us the golden strings in between the precious stones. I take the privilege of wishing you both a very, very, very happy anniversary, of course belated. And I also wish you both to see more and more anniversary to follow. 45 years of sapphire, 50 years of gold, 55 years of emerald, 60 years of diamond, 70 years of platinum. I would have said 100, but I thought it was too much. May our Lord bless you both abundantly. Thank you.
Over to John. He wants to say a few words.
I know all of you are hungry, so I'll make this very short. I just want to thank everyone who has come here. There was a situation yesterday, and Dad and Mom were worried, saying, will this happen? You have put in a lot of efforts, called everyone, will this happen? He said, put it in God's hands. Everything will go on peacefully. So, praise be to God first. And thank you all, friends and relatives, for coming here. In your busy schedule, some have postponed their operations. Some people have postponed their holidays to be here. So I thank you all for being here. I should not forget to thank a few people who have also helped in organizing this function. First, my sister, brother-in-law, and of course, my wife, who has been here, has been helping me a lot and organizing it with my mother and dad for this function. And thank you to all her relatives who have come from Karnool all the way here. Their holidays are just going to start, but they have taken off from their school busy schedule and been here. Thank you, Auntie, and all of you all. Shalini Chitti, Monisha, and Jonathan, thank you for flying all the way here. Shalini Chitti, you have always been here for all our functions. We thank you again for being here with us and giving us your time. A special mention to Prem and his team for organizing this function. To the MC, to the DJ, thank you. You guys are doing a great job, and hope you will enthusiasm them a little more during the afternoon session. It's a sleeping session, I know. So this is where your part starts now.